everyone, and welcome to another episode of 1923 Main Street.
Home of the Daddy-Daughter Disney Travel Podcast. We are your hosts.
I am Mike Belobradic.
And I'm Amelia Belobradic. And if you're not hungry by the end of today's episode, we're not doing our jobs.
We are definitely not. Well, our episode, hint, hint, is about food, but not just any kind of food. Amelia, let me ask you this question. Do you ever crave Disney treats when you are not at Walt Disney World or Disneyland or any Disney resort?
A better question is who doesn't crave Disney treats?
And a better question is, which are the top most craved treats of all? And that's what we are going to attempt to answer this week in episode 72, Disney Cravings.
Well, I have to tell you there, the other day, I was just sitting and I was minding my own business, and then randomly I started smelling some Disney popcorn.
And what is first on our list? Okay.
Disney popcorn.
So let me set this up for y'all. And if you are not hungry, y'all come back now, you hear?
Oh boy.
All right, we have 20. We have narrowed the list to 20 of our favorite, or maybe not so favorite, but 20 popular Disney parks and resorts treats. And we're going to discuss them all. And then at the end, I have to confess, I have already marked, since I make show notes and Amelia does not, I have already marked, I think, 8 of the 20 that I would potentially crave. All right, let's begin. Since you said it, Disney popcorn. Now, here's a question for you. I will start by saying,
why would you randomly pick 40% of the treats?
I didn't randomly. Did I say randomly? I thoughtfully chose.
But that's such an odd number.
8.
8, okay. Sure. So apparently 40% is normal now.
So 8 of the 20 are things, 8 of the 20 are things I could crave. I think about it. And we haven't been for a while with all this lockdown. We've set a record in being away from the parks, which is probably true for many non-Floridians. But Disney popcorn. Now, is Disney popcorn, I do crave it, but is it really any different than any other popcorn?
Yes.
How so?
Well, you have said yourself multiple times that you have not been quite able to replicate this popcorn exactly as it is in the parks. And your popcorn's pretty good, but it's just, there's something special about, they have a secret recipe also in the popcorn that they have in the parks that makes it just ever so slightly different than popcorn you can find anywhere else.
And we do have a popcorn machine, a true large cart at home, of course, here at Disney Resort North. And as Amelia said, I did try to crack the recipe, and I've narrowed it down somewhere in my sleuthing at some point. I discovered that they use a combination of coconut oil and regular oil, if it's not peanut oil or some high heat oil, along with their kernels. Now, they did switch. Let me ask you this. When they switched from Orville Redenbacher to Pop's Secret, did you notice a difference? And by the scowl you're making, because we don't shoot video with these shows, I'm guessing no.
You mean on the boxes?
No, they actually switched the brand of popcorn.
I know, but I only noticed the boxes.
Yeah, but did you?
The boxes now say Pop
I
Secret.
really didn't notice any taste difference. So what I would say is, in my experience with this, the kernels themselves don't make a huge amount of difference as long as they're all name brand, good quality kernels. Mm-hmm. It's really their blend of seasonings.
Flavoring.
Yeah, so we use the flavoring plus the oils.
Which spices and seasoning can really make a difference. It can make a difference on even anything that you are making food-wise.
So what I'm saying, I think they switched the kernels themselves, but not their mix of oil and flavorings.
So what you're saying is that their mix of oil is withstanding the pressure of the changing world.
I don't know if I was being that dramatic about it, but nonetheless. Okay, so popcorn. Would you agree popcorn is a craveable one?
Well, considering I craved it literally 2 days ago when I randomly caught a whiff of it, yes.
All right. How about this twist? Caramel corn. Now, at Disney World, you can get caramel corn in many places, but I think there is one standout for where to get caramel or caramel corn, depending on how you say it.
I don't think you're talking about the same place, but I know you can get it when you get off Rockin'.
That is one place, but you have a favorite place for all of these items.
I do?
Yes, it's in Epcot.
You're going to need to elaborate a bit more there.
It's in the Germany pavilion. It's called Caramel Corner or something like that, or something in German.
It's not called caramel corn. It's something German.
Yeah, something German. But
Twist.
But they do have amazing, and you get it there a lot, along with the Werthers,
You get
which
salted
of course
caramel
they have.
cupcakes.
Yes. Well, we'll move on to those things later. So caramel corn versus popcorn. Do you prefer one over the other when you're on a Disney vacation?
No, because I prefer, when I'm at Disney, I prefer the normal popcorn, even though they do have the sweeter version and like the less sweet version.
So, I mean, versus caramel corn or popcorn?
I like popcorn better when I'm at Disney
Okay.
because it's more like nostalgic.
Yeah, and it's
kind
fresh
of,
made in front of you,
But
really.
it's kind of what you think about when you think Disney popcorn. You think that smell, and it's kind of what presents itself to you when you imagine this popcorn at Disney.
I would agree. I'm with you.
It's delicious, but it's not Disney to me, which doesn't make sense. But
No, it does in a weird way to me. Now, my third treat. So we've got traditional salty popcorn. We've got yummy, sweet, sometimes warm caramel corn. Here is one that was an old favorite of mine for many, many years. Goofy sour gummy worms.
What do you mean old favorite?
I didn't
I'm
get them as
sorry.
much recently, and maybe it was part of my trying to cut carbs because
Why do you dislike? What
I
have they
still
ever
love-
done to you?
well, they're pure sugar.
So
I think that's why I tried to cut back, but I would go through bags and bags of goofy sour gummy worms. There are many treats in the goofy bagged family, but there's the little red balls and things. But the goofy sour gummy worms I'm putting on this list as a great snack. And if you have snack credits and people like sour, they're sort
they're
of
but they're not too sour.
yeah, they're
either.
not crazy. I agree.
They're like sweet and sour, but not.
I think they're a good thing to bring back for someone. If you have, if you're doing a dining plan, we don't, but if you are and you're pretty much guaranteed to have a whole bunch of snack credits left over at the end of the week,
Yeah.
get some of these and bring them back for yourself or friends, and they will love them. Did you like Goofy Sour gummy worms?
Did I?
Oh, yeah, you did. That's right. I would have to hide them from you,
Oh
actually.
boy. Oh yeah, that's hiding children from hiding.
Hiding children from candy. That might have been a better way to do it. I could leave the candy out and I could hide you.
Oh.
Although that may be child abuse if I locked you away somewhere away from the candy.
Oh gee.
So I guess it was better, my instinct to hide the candy. See what a great parent I am.
Sure.
Without reading books, I knew intuitively I should hide the candy and not the child.
Wow.
Now, this next one.
I don't particularly enjoy.
Okay, yeah, me neither. What is it?
Mickey's Rice Krispie treats.
And this one it's one of the ones on this list. So we didn't just put our favorites on this list, but it's one of the ones on this list that I see, posted a lot and people buy them. And we've had them a few times only because I just don't think they're very good. And I like Rice Krispie treats. Like when you make them at home, they're good, right? They taste good. But the Mickey ones, the Disney ones always seem to be, I don't know, they don't taste good. They taste sort of stale. And that's both the ones that are bagged and the ones you can get in sort of by Dumbo in the Big Top tent. They sell them in there, sort of fresh versions, but I don't know.
I just don't like rice or Krispies.
So you don't like Rice Krispie Squares homemade?
I mean, they're fine. I don't dislike them.
But it's not a favorite treat of yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What about the next one? This is iconic. Dole
Dole
Whip. Yes.
See, can you call it iconic if they're making a bunch of weird spin-offs and sequels and
But they still have the original classic pineapple Dole Whip.
do they?
Yes, they do. But I have to say, so first of all, I do crave Dole Whip. And the knockoff recipes are not exactly accurate, but, it's not ice cream or any of the other things I see people posting but I guess if it's a knockoff, it's not perfect. There is a mix you can buy, an actual mix from Dole, which would make it more
A
authentic.
mix from Dole?
Dole, the company that created the Dole Whip, hence the name. But
Wait, I'm sorry. There's a
remember, we went right by the Dole plantation on Oahu,
wait.
and that's why there's
Dole's a company?
Dole bananas, Dole pineapples. Yeah, they're a tropical fruit company. And that's why. What did you think the Dole in Dole Whip was?
I don't know. I
Just
just thought it
some
was a
weird
cool
word?
name, Dole Whip.
Well, you know what? Maybe you're not alone. Maybe we don't expect a kid to know about the company Dole. But yeah, so it's a company, and they make banana. Well, not
This is
they
a
don't make them,
revelation.
but they grow and sell fruit, tropical fruits, and so Dole Whip was, named by the Dole Company, etc. I read the history on it once. I can't remember it now offhand, but it's sort of interesting. Anyway, I do love the lime one the best. I know you don't agree with me.
Because
But
it's lime.
do you like Dole Whip?
I like Dole Whip. I think vanilla Dole Whip is delicious.
Yeah, you get that swirl sometimes, vanilla pineapple.
Oh.
But I prefer either the straight pineapple or the straight lime, which they added recently. So Dole Whip, craveable? Yes, I say.
I'm just craving all of these right now.
Yeah, well, the next one I think is one you really come around to in the last few years.
I had never tried this for the first 11 years of my life.
And what is it?
And then we went to...
Tell the folks what we're talking about.
I'm getting there.
Okay. You're building up to it. I got you.
Yes, and we were at Disneyland, and it was a VIP tour, and this was not on schedule. And then we went on a little scavenger hunt around the parks because I must have a Mickey hot pretzel. And let me tell you, it was very worth it.
Yeah, Mickey-shaped hot pretzels.
I also got some awesome photos with it. That's not...
Well, here's the thing.
I have some great photos.
I was going to bring this up at the end, but it's sort of the thing. Does something taste better when it's Mickey-shaped? So does a Mickey-shaped hot pretzel taste any better than a regular hot pretzel? Like, we make hot pretzels here at home for Disney Resort North, but
I've never had a hot pretzel
not
before, a
Mickey-shaped.
Mickey hot pretzel, so I have no idea.
But you've had ours.
Well, I'm sorry, yours just do not taste as good, but then again, they weren't like actual.
Yeah, they're not freshly made.
Yeah.
The actual dough making process for pretzels is a bit of a pain. You got to boil the dough and stuff. It's pretty interesting. So maybe at some point, if we have tons of time, we'll try this pretzel making recipe. So Mickey hot pretzels, though. Now here's a twist.
I really can't speak to that because I had never tried one before.
But do you ever crave them when you're away? Like you go, oh, I feel like a Mickey hot pretzel.
Craving one right now.
Okay, well, the next item is related. The next treat on my list, I put them back to
They're
back.
completely different things.
Mickey chocolate covered pretzels. So
And-
these are also Mickey heads, but
And
they
no,
come
this
in a
is
bag.
not a giant hot pretzel that's drenched in chocolate.
No, these are Mickey shaped pretzels. It's sort of a side view
They're
profile.
chocolate covered pretzels that are made to shape like Mickey's side view profile.
Yeah, and they come in bags.
From like the older Mickey.
Yeah, they are sort of old school
Not
Mickey
like
looking.
new round.
Now, you guys love those. You like bringing bags of those
They're
home.
delicious.
Yeah. But again, you eat yogurt-covered pretzels and chocolate-covered pretzels. Do
These
they
are
taste
better.
any different, or
These are better.
is it better just...
Well, because there's more of them because they're bigger than normal like mini pretzel shapes, too.
I don't know. I think they're around the same size.
No, they're
but-
bigger. I can tell you they are bigger.
But it's the underlying question. Mickey-shaped food, does it taste regular than non-Mickey-shaped food?
Does
Or
it taste
Sorry,
regular?
does it taste better? You know what would be
Yes,
an
yes, it
interesting
does.
test? To have whoever makes these do the exact same thing. So like a pretzel made out of the same exact dough, but pretzel-shaped and Mickey-shaped, and then you just do sort of a taste test. You don't tell people and say which one's better and see if they always pick the Mickey-shaped one because it's Mickey. All right. I want to switch it up a little bit.
That
to-
one Disney hater. The other one.
Yeah, the Disney haters would go the other way. Now, let's get into a little bit of frozen treats for a moment. There are two classics here.
I know this is more popular, but I personally like this one less.
So we'll start, and we are starting with the Mickey ice cream bar. So that is the
Yes.
ice cream bar on a stick.
Yeah.
So the frozen Mickey, classic Mickey head profile dipped in chocolate.
It starts to melt very easily in Florida.
You know, when they bring them out of those dry ice now, though, in those carts, they
Oh,
are
yeah.
so cold you can't bite them. Like they are
Well, who
literally a
bu-
rock.
Who would bite them?
Well, I always try to bite them
Why?
to see if it's ready to eat.
No, you lick it. And
Oh,
you
what? You don't lick. All right, people. Do you lick a Mickey bar or do
bites?
you bite a Mickey bar?
That's-
I didn't even know this was a classic dilemma.
Who bites? Who does that?
All right, we want to know, are you a biter or are you a licker of the
This is
Mickey
odd.
bar on a stick? Okay, its related item is the Mickey ice cream sandwich.
Which I feel more people would bite this one
I was going to
first.
ask you if you put the same...
Personally, I still lick it.
What? No,
I
you
lick,
don't.
I do. I lick around the edges because it overflows.
Yeah.
And so I don't want it to drip. So I lick around the edges
Okay, well, that's allowed.
to get it in
Yeah,
side
that's
and
true.
more. And so it like kind of thaws a
Because
bit.
it's a sandwich. As it as it gets warmer, you're right. It sort of squishes down. The ice cream shoots out the side.
But I still lick it first.
So between the Mickey bar and the Mickey sandwich,
But I suppose it's more normal to bite a sandwich.
you said you'd go sandwich over bar.
Yeah, because I really like cookies and cream, and this one's more
Yeah, I do too.
cookies and cream.
I mean, if someone was offering a free Mickey bar, I would take it.
Yeah, if a Mickey bar showed up on the front doorstep, I might fight you for it right now. But
if I had this or that choice, I would go sandwich.
yeah.
Now, way back before they started offering these at Disney World, they were always a staple at
They offer them
Disneyland.
at Disney World?
Yeah, they started in the last few years. And we're talking about
The churro.
the classic Mexican dessert treat, the churro.
Having loved this since I was 5, I can speak to how delicious this cinnamon
Which is what?
roll
Basically
is.
fried dough rolled in sugar. Now, there was one Disneyland trip where we went overboard. I think we had 3 or 4 churros in half an hour.
I didn't even know what a churro was.
Before that trip?
But no, like I had a churro and I love the churro. But then we got one of those like spiral chip things, which is like a spiral around a stick.
Oh, yes.
One of those things.
Those were potato. So
Yeah.
you're talking about the spiraled potato on a stick. Not a Disney thing, but at
No,
local
like a thing.
fairs and events. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I thought that was a churro. And for years and years, I thought that was a churro. And then we got another churro and I was like, oh, I do like churros. I was like, I don't like churros, but I do like churros.
You did like that potato, fried
Well, I
potato.
did, but I was like, it's fine.
So you like churros better than that?
Oh, I love churros.
Do you ever miss churros?
Now I do.
I still consider churros a Disneyland thing,
I don't-
just because it's sort of
yeah.
closer to Mexico and that Latin
Yeah.
feel of California.
But I don't normally like miss churros. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm craving one.
In fact, I don't think we've ever had, I know I haven't had a churro at Disney World. Always Disneyland.
Yeah.
All right, the next one I put on here, again, we've talked about it on another show. I know it's popular.
This is a popular snack. It's not your favorite snacks.
It's not
popular
yeah,
snacks.
Turkey legs. So I think it's fair to say we don't crave turkey legs
I just
because
don't
we don't
like
even
turkey.
eat them.
I don't like turkey. I don't like chicken.
I like turkey, but even on a regular, I'm not a fan
I don't
of
like ham.
dark meat turkey legs personally. I don't mind chicken dark meat, but not turkey for some reason.
I only like steak and ribs.
We do have extended family members and nephews in particular who do like these turkey legs, but for us, not craveable. But I know for some it is. So it is on the 20 craveable snacks list. Are we making you hungry yet? If you like turkey legs, just think of that juicy goodness. For you, not for us.
Okay, now you're making me not hungry.
Okay, well, I'm going to maybe turn that around with the next item. Cupcakes.
And I know when you think of Disney cupcakes, most people think of those giant blue ones with like the shoe, the Cinderella shoe, and they always have new ones.
Yeah,
and
they're themed a lot.
that's the normal Disney cupcake. But for me, oh, that salted caramel cupcake in the Germany pavilion.
Here's the thing. When you say Disney cupcakes, there's a huge range of cupcakes at Disney World and Disneyland for that matter. And I think we've said also on a previous show that those themed ones aren't very good tasting to us usually.
But this Germany cupcake, I feel I have to talk about it because we were doing a trip for a school project, and I was thinking about some things that were good at Epcot, and one of the things I mentioned in my incredibly short paragraph was this cupcake. It is so good.
And also, I'm not sure at the Regal
can't
Eagle
even
Smokehouse once, they had the bacon bit cupcake.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good too. And
But
you know,
this cupcake.
and of
oh
course,
my.
the sprinkles cupcakes at Disney Springs are delicious. So
I need you to try the salted caramel cupcake.
and so this is making my point. The non sort of glam, the other ones are almost like, I mean, it can't be a souvenir. You're not going to take a cupcake home and keep it.
It's a photo.
But yeah, they're Instagrammable or photo worthy, those fancy ones. Yeah, with special anniversary or Cinderella's shoe or whatever it is. But they don't live up. They look better than they actually taste. The ones that don't go for glory, like your caramel one.
It was so good.
Or this bacon one.
But especially
Or any
because-
sprinkles ones. I keep cutting you off. Okay, go ahead.
Especially this one because I got it when I fell and I hurt myself and I was upset. And then I got this salted caramel cupcake and I need you all to realize how good this cupcake is. It's so good.
All right, so we'll have to track that down
We didn't track it down.
on our next visit.
It's always there.
Oh.
I
Well,
see
mean,
it every time.
We'll have to. Oh, well then.
I don't buy it every time, but I
Okay,
see
so do you miss it now? I'm thinking this might be on your list. Here's one you used to love as a kid that you don't eat so much. Lollipops.
it. What are you talking about? I
Do
love
you
lollipops.
crave Disney lollipops, though? Do you crave them, or you just when you're not there, do you crave them? Like now?
No.
No. Okay. But
I
when you
love
were
them.
little, you used to love the ones. I don't even know if they still sell these. You get them at the Emporium in particular, or any store. And they had they're the ones on the extra long white stick, and the top was a Mickey head. And there was 5 or 7 in a pack. They're pretty expensive, like $8 or $9.
Those are delicious, but that apple flavor is very fake.
You used to power through those as a kid. Maybe the apple's always the one that was left at the end.
Oh, it was always the one that was left at the end. The grape is delicious, the cherry is delicious, the lemon is delicious. A bunch of them are delicious, and then you have that apple one.
And they have big lollipops, and they have
Which
those
you
long
never let
sort
me
of
buy.
spiral
Those
lollipops.
good spiral, the
Yeah.
giant
Oh,
circle
the giant
ones.
ones take
Why
so
would you
long
never
because
let
you
me
never
buy
can
them?
finish one. At least those other ones are small, Mickey size. I'm not a lollipop person, so
Clearly.
it's on the list because they're popular, but not for me. Another one of those packaged items next on our list is the Minnie's Bake Shop. So Minnie's Bake Shop has a lot of stuff. They're in the cute little red boxes. These are great things also to use for snack credit.
For gifts,
And for
too.
gifts, sure. But we usually bring home the Minnie's Bake Shop cookies. And the fact that I think when we were talking about this, you go, I don't even remember what those taste like.
I've never tried one.
I think you have, but
No, I haven't.
they're not, they're not like fresh cookies. There are some amazing fresh cookies at Disney World, but they are a good thing to bring home because they're mini shaped and they're sort of a tradition. They're not shortbread or anything. They're just like a little cookie shape.
I honestly don't think I've ever tried one.
You have, but
No,
you just don't remember it.
Sure.
Next item on the list is something I have recently
Oh, boy.
come back to. We're talking about cotton candy. Now, I called it candy floss, and I don't know if this is a dated thing or
No
is
one
it just
calls
me.
it candy floss. I mean, it can technically be called candy floss.
Oh,
but-
it was. It was called candy floss. Let me
Oh.
assure you.
I was never denying that.
Now, do we need a cotton candy machine at Disney Resort North to go along with our shave ice machine?
Why do you suddenly like cotton candy?
I don't know. I'm on a real
I
cotton
wanna
candy
know.
kick. And I remembered I never had. So if any of you out there had it, tell me if it was good. I remember the China Pavilion had this lotus flower cotton candy, and it looked amazing. It was like,
And yet you never ate it.
I never ate it because I just thought, I don't know. It's basically literally spun sugar, I think. So it's carb for carb sugar. But
Gram
you're
for
telling
gram.
me stop counting carbs on Disney vacations. But there
Well,
is
now.
other candy floss right around the big top and stuff. You have had Disney candy floss?
Oh, I love Disney candy floss.
Okay, so
I've
I-
always liked candy floss.
I may join you on the next Disney vacation
Just
on a
hopped on
candy
my
floss
bandwagon.
quest. Maybe we'll do a whole episode on candy floss quest.
That's a bit much.
So we'll see. But I, for one, now miss cotton candy, even though I never ate it. I don't think I've ever eaten it there. Maybe I did when I was little and I can't remember. Just like you with the cookies. Mm-hmm.
I never ate a cookie.
All right, I'm going to find a picture of you eating
Oh my
those.
gosh.
I'll post that just to prove I'm right. And if I can't, everyone forget I said that. All right. Oh, now speaking of big things, this one is big, and I think we've had it once. And this is in Gaston's Tavern, Gaston's Cinnamon Rolls, the
They are
Cinnabon
so good.
version. They are good. I think I like them better than Cinnabon.
Because the thing is, I don't crave them personally because I've only had them once, but they are delicious.
Yeah, they are huge too. So if you like cinnamon rolls and you haven't tried one from Gaston's in the Magic Kingdom, definitely check it out. They're big. Yeah, you could eat one, but you might want to share it. And even 3 people could share it just to make it a nice, not too filling treat. But in that same location, I have another favorite, and that is LeFou's Brew.
Can't speak to this.
You've tried it. We drank with them together. You just don't remember. It's been a while.
I'm not claiming I didn't, but I don't remember.
So I was going to ask you versus, what's the Harry Potter stuff called?
Butterbeer.
Yes, Butterbeer versus LeFou's.
I don't think you want to ask that question.
No, it's okay. You can pick Butterbeer.
It's just so much better.
It is good, but I actually prefer LeFou's Brew. And maybe
'cause it's
we'll
not as
post that
sweet.
out this week. I'm going to ask that question.
Because the Food's Brew is not as sweet.
Yeah, I can't take overly sweet things.
I can. It comes with being
I'm
a
more
kid.
of a salty snack person, but a lot of these are sweet. And
I personally do like salty snacks, but butterbeer. Oh my.
Butterbeer was good, but I'm more of a LeFou's Brew. So we're going to get your opinion. Our friendly listeners, let us know what you think if you've had them both. The next one, not a fan. They're still there. I've never been a fan my whole life, candy apples. Are you a fan of candy apples?
I have never tried a candy apple because you don't like them and
I
you
think
won't let
you
me.
have and you forget.
I don't think
we
I
got
have.
one somewhere. here's where I think you tried
Oh,
one.
I had a candy apple, but not like a caramel apple. Because
Well,
they're different.
Are they? How are they different?
Well, because candy apples aren't necessarily like drenched in caramel.
Some are dipped, some aren't.
Exactly.
And I think we were at a Disney dessert party and they were there and you tried it.
I personally love them.
They have two kinds. It's sort of like the Rice Krispie treats. There are packaged ones, and then there are fresh ones they make.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I guess I just, you know what? Apples, I like Granny Smith. I like the sour green apples. And these are usually more of the red apples.
Gala.
Yeah, and sometimes they make them look like, of course, Snow White and the witch.
And of
apple.
course, that's such a turnoff.
But I'm not a candy apple fan. I never have. You'll like this. As a kid trick-or-treating, way back in my day, people used to give candy apples in your bag. It was very common. At least here in Toronto area.
That's not fair.
Yeah. Can you imagine getting candy apples for Halloween? Now you'd go, what?
No one would let me eat it because, it might be dangerous.
But there is another fruit that I do love. The frozen banana that you get in the carts. I've always loved them. I feel bad for the frozen banana. I think it doesn't get what it deserves.
I don't think the frozen banana cares.
It's a banana drenched in chocolate and covered in nuts and like crushed peanuts, and it's so good. It's also very hard to bite at the beginning.
Again,
but
why would you bite it?
It's so good. I want you to try one next trip.
Oh boy.
And then our final 20, item number 20, which is a multiple area item, ice cream scoop. So I'm talking here about fresh ice cream, like the Plaza in the Magic Kingdom or Ghirardelli or Beaches and Cream where you can get ice cream. The kitchen sink. Do you miss... I don't know if it's craveable in the same way for me. I like it when I'm there. I don't crave it when I'm away. So let's jump. We're coming towards the end here. Let's dive right into this. Do you want to hear mine first?
Sure. I like 70% of the things on this list.
Okay, so we've
and you only like 40.
You probably weren't counting, but trust me, we just went through 20 Disney treats that are craveable. Disney cravings, snacks you crave when you're away. Here are the ones for me that most come to mind and we've been away now for a year, longest in our history.
A year? Excuse me.
Yeah.
We've been away for over 18 months.
It's
terrible.
COVID. So we're going to be ramping up again. It's the first time in a lifetime for me. Okay. Popcorn.
For you.
Dole Whip. Mickey Hot Pretzel. Mickey Ice Cream Sandwich. Cotton Candy. LeFou's Brew. The Frozen Banana. Oh, and I did mark ice cream scoops. I think I was thinking of Ghirardelli.
Oh, did you?
So those are 8 things that I do crave. What do you crave?
Well, I crave, I believe, 70% of the things on this list. I have my honorable mentions, which are lollipops, the cinnamon buns, cotton candy, and candy apples. And then what I crave is, that cupcake. That cupcake is so good.
What's your number one most craved on the list?
Popcorn.
Give me 1, 2, 3. Popcorn?
We have popcorn and probably Mickey sandwich. And then it's a tie between hot pretzel and churro.
And I'm going to go popcorn, Dole Whip, and also Mickey sandwich.
But I also crave, some ice cream, that cupcake, Dole Whip. So Dole Whip's number 4.
Maybe
number
we
5.
should, because you're craving everything.
Goofy and caramel corn and just basically everything but turkey legs, frozen bananas, LeFou's.
What do you not crave is the question for you.
Let's see, what do I not crave? Mickey's crispy treats.
Yes, I don't
Mickey
like
ice
the Rice
cream bar,
Krispie
although
treats.
I do really want one. Now, turkey legs, bake shop cookies, LeFou's Brew, and frozen banana.
All right.
That's it.
So, have we made you hungry? Are you going to run out and treat yourself to the closest thing you can get to the actual Disney parks?
I think you might be able to hear my stomach.
Yeah, we might have to make some popcorn pretty soon. Fire up the popcorn machine.
I think everyone can all agree that the best snack is, cue drum roll, popcorn.
Maybe I'll do a little snack poll or 2 this week. They're always fun on Twitter.
Please pick popcorn.
All right, everyone. We hope we made you hungry and you enjoyed our Disney Cravings episode. And be sure to join us next week. Follow along at 1923 Main Street. Until then, and we wish you all a magical day.
Bye-bye.